Now, Yashvi, again on this executive presence, I was reading somewhere it is said that post death, public speaking is the second biggest item where we have a maximum fear. So, you are into the IT function, and again, IT function is again a support function for the business. What is the meaning of executive presence for you? What you learned learned there, and how you are going to implement the same in your day-to-day activities?
Thank you, Nitin, for the question. Trust me, executive presence was a very difficult job to conquer. So, I am a chartered accountant, and without shame, I will tell you one statement that works in the market that CAs can have $1 billion idea, but one who can sell is only someone from IIM or MBAs. So this is where executive presence plays a key role, selling your idea. So when you are selling an idea, there are some few key elements that plays a role, just like confidence. The other would be clarity. The other would be influence. One more would be professionalism. So talking about the confidence, so how confidence plays a key role is whenever one should have the confidence in one's ability and knowledge. This helps to build trust and credibility to our senior leaders so that they can buy in the idea that we are selling to them. Second would be being concise, being very particular about what you are presenting, being to the point that, okay, this is the exact idea that I'm selling here. Being concise helps them to grasp only the key points. We don't divert them with, okay, this. It's working on the key matters that are supposed to be worked on. Next thing I would say is the influence. So there is a very thin line of difference between influencing someone or manipulating someone. So if I am selling a bad idea and that I know about it, and also if I'm selling an idea that is particularly for my own benefit and not the benefit for the community as a whole, or I would say a company as a whole, that is particularly manipulating. But influence is something I'm able to persuade the senior leadership that, okay, this is the idea, this is why it is important, making them understand that, okay, this is to be taken this many seriously. So this is the power of influencing. And last would be professionalism. So professionalism is something that how I'm conveying my idea. Here comes the role of body language, the tone of voice I use, the positivity I have within myself for that completely idea or insights or information. This is where professionalism will also play a key role, that they will take my idea seriously at first point, because I am completely portraying myself as not portraying, but also I am serious about that idea. So executive presence, it is a fear for almost everyone. And to be honest, I'll tell that even today I was trembling before this session. But this is the thing that if you have 100 problems now, just face that problem and then you will get away with it. So by each and every step, wherever it may be started within the team, that you address your first 4 team members, then you'll address 10-15 members. This way you will overcome this fear. And trust me, executive presence, when you have the intention, when you have intent to overcome this fear. So yeah, this is from my side.
Wonderful. I'm really impressed with the terms, which is do not manipulate the people, influence them. And I also remember that in year 2003, when it was my first job, I was fearing like anything because I became the chartered accountant. But in a similar fashion, I was thinking that how and what I'll speak in front of my management. So my brother gave these terms to me, which was meet with the person, not with the personality. So when you are going somewhere, like for example, if we are going to meet with the Prime Minister of India, the moment you will think that I am meeting with the Prime Minister of India, your confidence level will go down. The moment you will think that I'm meeting with the persons who is like you, your confidence level will go up. So that is the reason, that is one of the ways to enhance your confidence level whenever you are giving the public speaking, that the people who are listening to you, they are like you. Do not think that I'm giving the speech to maybe to this college or to this school, or I'm giving the speech to the CEO. The moment you will think that the other person is like you, your confidence level will go up.
And the good fact is, even they don't know what my speech is. So even if I forget something now, they'll never be able to know that, okay, I forgot something or this is your fault or something. So just be candid. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to say. If you'll prepare 120% now, then you'll able to go there and speak about 80%. And trust me, this 80% is for them 100%. discussion. So just be relaxed and be candid about it.
So one or two maybe things, Deepika or Yashvi, maybe if you would like to give some suggestions to our team to enhance the confidence when there is a public speaking. So first of all, maybe would like to understand that many times it happens that we think in Hindi and we try to give the speech in English because Hindi is our first language. Many times it happens that because of the schooling, because of the colleges, and in the corporate, we expect that the person who is speaking in English is the only the good speaker. Just would like to understand your thought, maybe Deepika or Yashvi, whether this is right or wrong, and how to overcome that challenge. Is there any one or two things which you would like to add here to enhance the confidence level whenever someone is going to on the public speaking?
So let me break the stigma here. English is not that simple language. Sometimes you have many ideas, but when it comes to your regional language, you may able to present it in your best way. So जब हिंदी फाती है तब हिंदी बोलो. इट्स अबाउट द आइडिया कि ऐसा नहीं है कि सामने वाला आपके इंग्लिश को नोट करेगा कि क्या है. अगर इन्वेस्टर्स बैठे हैं, इन्वेस्टर्स को कहाँ से पैसा मिलेगा वो उस बिजनेस आइडिया में इंटरेस्ट है. नॉट दैट कि कौन सी लैंग्वेज आप बोल रहे हो, कि क्या आप जार्गन्स यूज कर रहे हो या नहीं कर रहे हो, सम बिग बिग वर्ड्स ROC एंड स्टफ. नहीं, सादी भाषा में कि इतना नफा मिलेगा, इतना प्रॉफिट मिलेगा.
Rightly said, Yashvi. So जैसे मैंने कहा कि executive presence is not about the language that you use, but the message that you want to pass on. So बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि आप इंग्लिश में बत बोलने के लिए, बिकॉज इट्स द एक्चुअल स्टैंडर्ड, कि अगर आप इंग्लिश नहीं बोल रहे हो तो यू आर नॉट इन दैट सोसाइटी, राइट. सो जरूरी नहीं है कि आप अगर इंग्लिश नहीं जानते हो तो आपकी बात कोई नहीं सुनेगा. हमारे जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर है नरेंद्र मोदी, उनकी भी फर्स्ट लैंग्वेज इंग्लिश नहीं है, राइट. ही ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड बीइंग द CM ऑफ गुजरात एंड स्पीकिंग गुजराती, एंड नाउ एट द लेवल दैट he has started and then he learned that language, right. Similarly, we have ex Prime Minister of Japan, ex Prime Minister of China. They all have been talking in their own regional languages, Japanese or Chinese. They have kept interpreters to interpret their speeches to the world outside. So language is never a barrier. आपको लगता है कि आप इंग्लिश में नहीं हिंदी में बराबर बोल सकते हो या अपनी कोई रीजनल लैंग्वेज में बोल सकते हो, यू शुड बी फ्री एंड कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट व्हाट यू वांट टू पास द मैसेज, एंड योर पीपल शुड बी इंटरेस्टेड टू लिसन टू यू. ना कि आपके लैंग्वेज में इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए, बट आप क्या बोलना चाह रहे हो उसमें उनको इंटरेस्ट आना चाहिए. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड फील फ्री, आप जो मन में आप जानते हो वही आपको मुंह पे लाना है, एंड व्हाट यू फील हैज टू बी देयर ऑन योर फेस. एंड आई थिंक दैट इज द मोस्ट कैंडिड डिस्कशन और स्पीच दैट यू कैन डिलीवर. जितने आप अंदर से साफ हो उतना ही आपका वो स्पीच साफ दिखेगा. दैट इज व्हाट एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रेजेंस इज अबाउट, आई थिंक.
Wonderful, Deepika.